Hey, Karen.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I know in 2004 you started cultivating careers. I'd love to
Right.
hear a little bit more about what the inspiration behind that was and your background.
Right. You know, the inspiration was really wanting to provide really great customized career counseling services to individuals. Though my background is in counseling, my specialty has been career, so ever since graduate school. But I've done that in a variety of settings. I've done that in corporations, and I've done it in higher ed, and I've done it for big global outplacement firms. But as that business was changing, I felt the individual was becoming more and more lost in the process. I said, time out. I think there's a better way to do this where it can be built around the individual and based on what they need. And so that was the inception of cultivating careers at 04.
That's awesome. What do you say really is the bulk of your clients that you work with?
Because we work with a variety of people. The commonality across all of our clients is that they are 10, 15 years into their career, where they need to make a real intentional decision about how they manage their career and the career decisions that lie in front of them. So that's really the commonality, but it could be an individual in terms of, like, we've got teachers, we've got doctors, we've got pilots, we've got politicians, but then we also have people who are embedded in corporations, and we've got all the way through top executives. And we really like that because when people come to us looking for other, trying to figure out even other options, we need to understand what other options look like.
Sounds like a nice variety and
It is.
is not just really geared towards one specific niche. So it's very widely open for anybody that would want to come and work with you.
It is, and it makes us be. It makes me be sharp in terms of different professions and different industries.
Mhm.
Um, not only does it keep it engaging and interesting on our side, but also challenging
Yeah.
because that stuff's always changing.
Speaking of an ever-changing environment, what suggestions do you have for individuals that are looking for their next opportunity?
We tell our clients this too. We say, don't become overwhelmed by the situation and make gross general assumptions. Like, there's no jobs, nothing's happening. And though, it will be a tough job market, especially as employers and organizations figure out how to bring people back and how to get back on their feet, it doesn't mean job seekers should take a pause.
Right.
Now's the time to get laser focused and really work towards what it's going to take. I get that it's hard, in this environment to put on the smile and find the motivation. But figure out a way to stay focused and make incremental steps along the way. That makes it so much easier as time goes on.
And I think that's a key point is stay the course. What would you say the most common misconceptions are regarding career coaches?
It's, a lot of people have never used a career coach. It's funny because when people come to us and learn about what we do, and after they've worked with us for a while, they'll say, I wish I would have met you 10 years ago. I wish I would have known you were out there 5 years ago. And so for consumers, because we work mostly with individuals, to say, what do you need from a coach? When people call me for the very first time, I say, what brings you to me? Why do you think you need me? And then people will talk about, wow, I'm in a tough work situation. I think I need to figure out how to navigate this. Wow, I'm in transition. I need to make sure I'm bringing my best to the job market. And so from there, we can say, here's how we can help. We're also quick to say, here's how we can't help. Like, I won't place you in a job. Recruiters place you in jobs.
Mhm.
Career coaches help you figure out who you are and your path along the way.
And you mentioned this earlier, people are thinking to put their job search on pause. Do you ever see any other mistakes?
I would say twofold. Sometimes, if they've not job searched in a while and they're find themselves in transition, what they'll do is they'll go back to what worked before. So number one, don't assume that it's the same as it was before. Also, I tell people don't default to what's familiar, right? If familiar is not working, then we've got to think more broadly. But I think we all fall to that. So part of my job as their coach is to help them see possibility and help them see a path.
We discussed this a little bit previously, but what do you see as the key motivators of individuals that typically work with you?
So we work with people like who are in jobs trying to figure out how to manage their careers from inside. We work with people in the throes of job transition and job search. And then we work with the dream chasers. So, as a career coach, as a trained career coach, we can help people assess options. And that's a fun group of people we work with because these are the people that said, I'm not doing what I used to. And now it's time to figure out what. And
Right.
so to be able to lead people through that process through assessment and visioning and vetting, is really a great piece to managing somebody's career because at different times people need each and every one of those things.
That's really cool. I know that you have a book called Navigating Through Now What. Can you share a little bit more on what readers can expect?
When I wrote that book, the first thing I wanted was to give people an anchor. When people hit that crossroad and they're like, now what? Either now what, I just got let go, now what, I'm furloughed. And they're at that place that feels really immobilizing.
Mhm.
And they don't know where to turn or even how to start to think about this. That book was written to help people know how to think about approaching that crossroad.
Self motivation and helping yourselves and other people is definitely one of my passions. So I love hearing what you've been doing to help others. Thank you so much for taking the time today and I hope you stay safe and well.
Same to you. Thanks again.